took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth. Now, that was it.
But listen, check this out. I got two hypothetical trades I want to talk to y'all about. See what y'all think. Damn, I just had it in front of. Okay, so all right, so check this out. The Hawks, here it is. The Hawks get Jose Alvarado and Johnny Juzang in this trade. The Pelicans get John Collins, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Garrison Matthews, the 2025 second, the 2027 first from Minnesota, Utah, and the Jazz get, oh my God, Brandon, CJ, and Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller not even on the Pelicans.
Just
so,
move on.
like, was illustrated. Wow. All right, so here's the other one. The Pelicans receive Karl Anthony Towns. Hear me out. It's about to get a little wild though. They get Karl Anthony Towns, but they get Brandon, Trey, and Jordan Hawkins.
God damn.
Told you it's going.
What? What's the goal?
You know, like that to me is interesting. I have to think about it more because I think of Brandon as a sunk ass, like gone. For me, I don't attribute much value to the rest of his time in New Orleans. Like I think of him as addition by subtraction at this point. Jordan Hawkins doesn't play enough. Like he doesn't play enough, so it feels replaceable. I think for me to a certain extent. Like I like yes, there's probably upside, but like, is he gonna make it? Like, is he gonna really make a difference this year or next year? I don't know. I mean, maybe, probably not. If unless the roster changes. So in some ways, to me, it amounts to Brandon and Trey for Towns. I mean,
you sound like you might make the move, Rose.
I would need to look at it, but it's not a no. It's not. I wouldn't say no right as I sit here today. I wouldn't say no.
You consider it.
I would absolutely consider it.
Oh.
How many All-Star teams has Brandon made?
One.
How many's Trey made?
0.
Jordan Hawkins doesn't play. How many's Towns made?
A lot.
Yeah, four.
Karl Anthony Towns, the best big man shooter of all time, most likely. I don't know. A big man that can space the floor around Zion Williamson sounds interesting. He just makes so much money that it's difficult. But like, I mean, look. Let me ask you like this: can Trey Murphy play the 3?
Yeah.
Like, it's his long-term position at small forward.
I don't think so.
It would not be for me, no.
Okay. Well, Zion Williamson is here for a while, and Zion ain't playing the 3. And in my personal opinion, he can't play the 5. And for more than like just some minutes here and there, like some fun lineup minutes. But like you're never like Zion's not ever going to play 20 minutes at center. If he does, I think it's a bad outcome.
Damn, man, hold on, man. Cat, DeJounte, Zion.
But see, the 3-4 situation is because Zion really he's a power forward, but he's not really a power forward. You know what I mean? Like when Zion wants to, he can go out there and play multiple and guard multiple positions. Mm-hmm. So that takes away from necessarily being a power forward. And this is also assuming that his game won't evolve. We don't know. At some point, his game will evolve. Now, will he be a Pelican by then? Who fucking knows? And then with Trey, I think the positional argument is a little skewed. If we continue to see what he's been doing defensively and as a rebounder towards the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy can play a decent amount of minutes at the 3. And if you're surrounding him, in minutes with, in lineups with Herb Jones and DeJounte Murray, it might not matter sometimes what the fuck he's doing defensively. Just go out there and grab a rebound. We know what he can bring for you offensively. So I don't know about the 3 and the 4 thing. But I like what you're saying about Karl Anthony Towns, and I get that argument. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money. That's
a lot of money for Towns.
That's a lot of money. Would that bring you more answers or more confusion? How about that?
I think it definitely gives you more answers. For me, that's a no-brainer. It gives you more answers.
Damn.
Because it aligns the positions. The like pause. It aligns the rotation better, right? Like you now have guards and you have Zion and you have a center. Like I think that part for me is much easier. It gets you out of the potential headache of trying to solve the like Trey Murphy long-term extension thing. It gives you another like bona fide like I don't want to call him a star because I don't necessarily think of Towns as a star, but like it gives you another like somewhat elite player, or at least at their position. I mean, it ain't gonna happen, but But it's not a no for me. I like I said, I'd have to go back and like look at the salaries and what it would do long term.
I think the Wolves would jump to this. I think it makes all the sense in the world for them. I mean, eventually they set themselves up to possibly move Brandon, but they definitely sign Trey long term and have him as a kind of a running mate for Ant, just a bona fide shooter. I think that's where they struggled last year. And Chris Finch just wants to shoot the ball. He doesn't love mid ranges. I think he had a rule like only 8 mid ranges a game or something like that. And Ant's going to take all of those. So the only issue is Brandon and how you kind of move on from him. But I think Minnesota loves it. For the Pelicans, it's just really a lot of money. And does it pigeonhole you to, this is all you got and you gotta work through this? To be honest, if you make this move, like you have to move on from Willie. It's undoubtedly you have to do it because he's not creative enough. Like you have to give the reins to JB instantly because he's not creative enough to have, those two offensive threats to play off each other and maximize them. Is already, trouble in paradise now, but instantly you have a problem, and that's a lot of money attached to him. I think you need a new voice and a new, thought process of reasoning.
But even though there's a lot of money attached to Towns, you saw him take a step back this year. Like you've seen him from a maturity perspective own that, but publicly own it.
Yeah.
And I think he would do the same with Zion. That for me is like part of the reason it's interesting is because I think it solves that like tug of war that you have now. You would be bringing in like a sub alpha, like somebody who doesn't like isn't looking for that.
I kind of disagree. I think there's still some of that left to Cat, right? Like, and Zion isn't the most boisterous person. Ant is. He's that demonstrative person. So even if Cat wanted to challenge him, Ant's ego would have never allowed him to get the one up on him. Like he's already a greater player. It took Ant to speak life into Cat for him to really accept his role. Zion's not doing that for Cat. Hopefully Cat will return the favor to Zion. I don't know if that would be necessarily true. You'd have to have those conversations, but it'd be interesting pairing. I mean, shout out to my dog Chaz. He was the first one that I had ever heard of kind of, pairing the two. And if it happens, like, that dude sees these things before they happen.
You know why I more than any other reason that I would like a trade like that? Because we would be fucking trying.
Yeah.
It would prove to me that we're trying. It would prove to me that they are going, that they're making an attempt to try. Not making an attempt to stay relevant from a 8-7 seed above 500. For me, that would signal we're trying to put something together that would win something. as opposed to just bleeding this thing along a few more years until like 2 years from now when Zion's like, hey, this was all fun and games, like really enjoyed it. Y'all be good. But
Right.
I'm gonna find something. Like
So
that for me would be like the most exciting part of it.
That was my bad, Chris. That was kind of my I guess my pushback for you, Ross, is that you said Zion's here for a long time. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I ain't gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? So
I meant on the book. I meant on the books.
Oh, all right,
But
yeah.
But no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Go ahead, Chris.
well, to this conversation, and I think I shared this with y'all. I'll share it with the show. So someone sent this to me a couple weeks ago. Don't know how true it is, but could be gossip, right? Says other piece of Ingram gossip. Wolves want him. They want to replace Cat with Ingram, essentially think it'll put them over the top. But they can't find anyone to take Karl Anthony. Contract is that bad.
I believe every word of that. I truly believe every single word of that because I do actually think it would make sense for Minnesota. Like I don't. Yeah, I believe that to me sounds totally logical. Cat's deal is fucking bad.
First took away.